Frontline briefing, uncovering modern warfare's hidden battles. October 5th, 2025. Ukrainian naval intelligence, Odessa. 12 operators stare at a problem worth $675 million. The Olenogorsky Gornyak, Russia's last operational tank carrier in the Black Sea. This ship moves 30 T-72 tanks every 3 days. Without it, Russian armor reaches Crimea by rail only through bottlenecks Ukraine already knows how to exploit. One ship, critical logistics. Remove it, strangle the supply. But there's a problem. The port has $180 million in air defenses, S-400 batteries, Pantsir systems. Their engagement envelope extends 400 kilometers. Nothing conventional gets through. Ukraine's solution involves 3 elements. Phase 1, electromagnetic deception using commercial hardware. Phase 2, infrastructure strikes on fuel and rail. Phase 3, maritime termination with 585 kilograms of explosives. Total cost, $2.3 million. Target value, $675 million. Stay with me to see how modified commercial drones forced Russia to reveal every defensive position, why destroying fuel mattered more than hitting the ship directly, and how 3 garage-built boats ended a warship's 49-year career. The preparation began 72 hours before launch. Engineers retrofit 48 commercial quadcopters with false transponders. Each broadcasts fake aviation signals, lying about what they are. Cost per unit, $800. Deception value, everything. Simultaneously, 3 teams prepare different strike packages. Team Alpha, Peklo heavy drones with 120-kilogram warheads. Team Bravo, Bober extended-range platforms for precision strikes. Team Charlie, Magura and Sea Baby naval drones carrying 585 kilograms combined. The target matrix is deliberate. Primary, rail junction stops tank trains for 72 hours minimum. Secondary, fuel depot 120,000 tons of diesel. Tertiary, ammunition cache for 4 months of shells. Final, the warship itself. The ship comes last, deliberately. Dead ships can be replaced. Dead infrastructure paralyzes everything. October 6th, early morning hours. 48 commercial drones lift off across 15 kilometers of coastline. Every Russian sensor screams warnings. Lieutenant Colonel Volkov faces a tactical nightmare. 48 contacts, unknown type, multiple vectors. Engage or observe. Waste missiles or risk penetration? He chooses engagement, exactly as planned. The economic massacre begins. First S-400 launches. Missile cost, $1.2 million. Target value, $800. Exchange ratio, 1,500 to 1. But the drones aren't just dying, they're transmitting. Each defensive launch reveals radar positions, emission frequencies, and reload times. Ukrainian intelligence builds a real-time defensive map. Every shot reveals position. Within minutes, 31 interceptors fired, $14.7 million spent, 42 drones destroyed, $33,600 lost. Defensive positions revealed, all of them. While Russians reload, the real attack begins. 6 Bober drones launch from concealed positions. They take indirect routes, following civilian air corridors, hiding in commercial traffic. The timing is surgical, different speeds, different routes, all arriving within 90 seconds, overwhelming any defensive response. First target, Jankoy Rail Junction. 3 drones approach at a 30-meter altitude, below radar, above power lines. Russian checkpoint spots them at 1.2 kilometers. Time to impact, 14 seconds. The geometry is impossible. They pass untouched. Impact, signal control box. The shaped charge penetrates deep. Every train within 50 kilometers auto-stops. Safety protocol, 1 box destroyed. 72-hour rail shutdown. Second target, ammunition depot, Armyansk. The site holds 1,200 tons of artillery shells, protected by dual Pantsir systems. The lead drone sacrifices itself on the perimeter fence. Seems wasteful until carbon particles blind thermal sensors for 12 seconds. 3 more drones slip through undetected. The Peklo finds its target, 400 tons of shells. Stacked, concentrated, detonation. Primary, 120 kilogram warhead. Secondary, 400 tons of ammunition. Mushroom cloud reaches 2,100 meters. Windows shatter 8 kilometers away. Third target, Feodosia Fuel Terminal. 14 storage tanks. Target, Tank 7. 15,000 tons of diesel. Strike height calculated precisely. Maximum spillage. Delayed ignition. The third drone carries white phosphorus. It doesn't hit the tank. It hits the fuel pool. Tank 7's roof launches skyward. Heat radiation ignites adjacent tanks. By minutes later, 7 tanks burn. Temperature, 1,100 degrees Celsius. Undamaged tanks boil from radiant heat alone. 120,000 tons of fuel eliminated. The main event begins. 6 naval drones slip into the Black Sea. Magur and Seababy platforms are carrying 585 kilograms of explosives combined. They don't attack directly. The drones hide in radar returns from bulk carriers. When ships pass Novorossiysk, 3 drones tuck into their wake. Invisible, patient. Russian coastal radar sees intermittent contacts. The drones surf waves, visible on crests, hidden in troughs. Operators classify it as sea clutter. Fatal mistake, 800 meters from target. Ukrainian operator assumes direct control. Green-tinted night vision shows sailors on deck. Unaware, target selection is surgical. First impact, 2 meters below the waterline, under the engine room. 320 kilograms create an 8-meter water cavity. Cavity collapse generates massive secondary pressure. The physics are brutal. Breach, 6 meters wide. Flooding rate, 14,000 liters per second. The engine room flooded in under a minute. Second drone, thermite incendiary, punches through bulkheads, ignites fuel bunker. Diesel doesn't explode. It burns intensely, unstoppably. Third drone, propeller shaft. The shaft bends. Even if saved, the ship never moves again. Progressive flooding begins. Bulkheads fail as the list increases. Each failure floods another compartment. The list increases further. More failures. Naval architect's nightmare. Unstoppable cascade. The crew faces impossible geometry. Port lifeboats underwater. Starboard lifeboats can't deploy at extreme angles. Option remaining. Jump into 14-degree water. 4 hours after the first drone launch. 49 years of service ended in port. $675 million warship killed by $246,000 in drones. The cost accounting tells everything. Ukrainian investment, $2.3 million total. Russian losses, $762 million minimum. Ship alone, $675 million. Ammunition depot, $87 million. Fuel terminal, months to rebuild. Defensive missiles wasted, $14.7 million. But cost isn't the real victory. Rail junction, 72-hour minimum repair. Tank delivery, delayed indefinitely. Fuel reserves, 4 months to rebuild. Naval capacity, irreplaceable. Every Russian commander now questions what's safe. The technical lessons are clear. First, swarm economics beats traditional defense. Why intercept $800 drones with $1.2 million missiles? Second, autonomous systems ignore jamming. Pre-programmed routes don't need communication. Third, garage workshops challenge shipyards. Why build billion-dollar destroyers when garage-built drones sink them? The paradigm shift is complete. Naval superiority once meant controlling seas with steel. Now it means denying seas with cheap explosives and better mathematics. This operation teaches 3 uncomfortable truths. Truth 1, economic asymmetry is decisive. $2.3 million destroyed $762 million. That's not luck. That's mathematics. Defensive costs rise exponentially. Offensive costs fall steadily. The intersection point passed in 2024. Truth 2, infrastructure beats platforms. Destroying fuel stops all vehicles. Destroying rail stops all logistics. The ship was almost irrelevant. It was the final domino in a chain already collapsing. Truth 3, operators matter more than steel. 12 operators in bunkers beat hundreds of sailors. Gaming skills translate to drone warfare. Traditional naval training doesn't stop robots. Russian response was predictable. Minor damage to infrastructure. Satellite shows an inverted hull. Terrorist attack repelled. The fuel depot burns for 3 days. Credibility, 0. Future implications are clear. Every naval base becomes questionable. Every fuel depot is marked. Every ammunition dump is calculated. These aren't state secrets. They're engineering problems with documented solutions. The revolution is economic. When a $675 million warship dies to $246,000 in boats, when $87 million in ammunition is eliminated by one precision strike, when months of fuel vanish in minutes, traditional military superiority becomes military liability. Final frame. 12 operators who never left their bunkers just redefined naval warfare. When mathematics favor the attacker this severely, every concentrated asset is a countdown clock. What dies next? The question isn't if, it's when.